Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a read for you about somebody that has, I think, struggled to trust people in the past, and probably for good reason. But this person has realized that they have been maybe a little bit slow to trust, uh, even when they've seen signs that suggest you are a trustworthy person. So it kind of feels to me like somebody is letting go of the need to kind of like second guess you. We've got number 6, surrender, letting go, trust, consideration, and expansion. And then we've got number 41, nest, charity, generosity, sharing, and support. I feel like when this person thinks about you, they think about these qualities that I've just read, that you're very kind, you try to help other people, you support them in what they're going after. So they're trying to kind of, it's almost like they're having a little argument in their head, right? Well, you're not usually the type to trust anybody. Why would you trust this person? And I think they're leaning towards, okay, I can't find a fault with this person. I just have to trust them. Hello there, Holy Yoga. Hello, Key Controller. How we doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of winter time. And I don't know, is it kind of dark over there? One of my candles just went out. Oh. Happy Sunday. How we doing? Hello, Broken Key. Hope you're having a good day. Hello, of Light and Dark. How's it going? All right, what should we start off with? I'm gonna go with the Nightmare Before Christmas. Just another reminder, I'm sorry if you guys are getting sick of me saying this, but on the 15th of this month, we'll shift from the one question for $5 offer to the lowest being $10 for 2 questions, and then $20 for 4 questions, and then on up from there, because I know some of you like the more juicy readings. Hello, Carmen. Yes, I need 55 minutes of your advice. Yes, and jokes. Do I have to pay extra for the jokes? No? Excellent. All right. Hello, Patricia. How are you doing? Oh, so I have Cash App and PayPal for readings. Maybe I'll figure out how to do something beyond that, but yeah, that's what I have for now. All right, what else do we have? Ten of Cups or 10 of Potions in the reverse. And the Sun. These are kind of conflicting energies, but the 10 of Cups in the reverse, when it's paired with the Sun, makes me feel like somebody has realized what's missing. So Jack's literally using those lights for his eyes, right? And so I'm hearing the light of my eyes. I feel like this is somebody who is quite used to seeing the negative side of things, or maybe even refers to themselves as a pessimist or a realist, a pragmatist. This is somebody who I think dismisses the idea of real love or true love, or people being able to give of themselves like that. And then the universe was like, oh, really? It sounds like you would like to be tested. So I feel like this Sun individual has encountered a person that was more loving than they expected. 7 of Needles in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Have you ever ridden on the Tilt-A-Whirl? I haven't been to a fair in too long. I should have gone this year. But that was one of my favorite rides. I mean, I would definitely ride it again. I don't care if I just had 2 funnel cakes. I love that ride. But when you get off that ride, you're kind of like, whoa, got to get my bearings again. Is this is flat ground, right? Why do I feel like I'm going to fall? Because you kind of started to adjust, right? What is it? Equilibrium? I feel like we have our Jack character, the sun, doesn't have to be masculine, but this person had so frequently encountered people that wore masks or were fake or were willing to lie, misrepresent, manipulate, that it threw them for a loop. They felt like they couldn't walk straight when they found somebody that was lying. Uh, Maybe they had kind of grown accustomed to returning that energy and realized they couldn't return that energy to you. Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you, Patricia. Hello, Paul. Hello, Stephen. How's it going? Hello, Elvin. How are you doing? Hello, James. That's funny. All right, what else do we have? All right, so we have the Hierophant and Judgment. I think this person tried to write you off. I mean, I didn't really mean to do that, but that's pretty appropriate considering we have this person. Well, it's got to be Santa Claus, right? Writing the naughty list, presumably the good list. Who gets the toys, right? Look, the Hierophant can talk about a high level of commitment. It can talk about your morals. It can talk about God. I feel like, why am I seeing? Okay. So what I just saw go through my head was when Brad Pitt is in Meet Joe Black. There's some interesting scenes with a woman from, I think she was from Jamaica, and he starts to speak in her dialect, right? I can't really comment on whether or not it was accurate, but it sounded like pretty spot on. And the old lady that was dying was like pretty here for it, right? Maybe it's because of the megaphone. I feel like there's somebody here who speaks out of character or speaks in a way, it's like it's uncharacteristically wise. Maybe they tone down the slang. Maybe they're reading from a book. But this person who has had to learn how to surrender to somebody that they can trust has gotten a little bit of a wake-up call or a reality check that if you don't show that you trust this person, you will lose that person. So it kind of feels like you can feel that way if you want, but are you willing to risk it? Are you really do you want to just call it? Do you want to just say you're done? Because it feels to me like you're second guessing whether or not that's a good call, which to me says you know that you do trust this person, right? Or that you do know that they're special. Hello there, Lynn. How are you doing? Is that Peggy? How are you? All right, what else do we have? Two of Candles, which is the Two of Wands. Don't you love that? And the Ace of Potions, or Ace of Cups in the reverse. So the Two of Wands or Two of Candles is about making a plan, is about feeling ready. And I can't help but think about, a journey to Christmas Town, right? It feels to me like we've got somebody that acknowledges I can choose to see the more beautiful side of life, or I can decide to ignore it altogether. But if I have an example of something that is a blessing or something that is beautiful, divine connection, or I don't know, the gift of a child, whatever it is, this blessing. I think for many of you, it's love. Then what am I here for? Am I really prepared to say that I don't think it exists at all? Do I really feel that way? So there's some inner conflict here. Am I able to trust somebody? We have Strength, Eight of Potions, or Eight of Cups in the reverse. They might be a big old teddy bear that everybody thinks is super tough. This person is realizing there's more to themselves than they expected. It's not just that they've found somebody who they could potentially view as a confidant, or somebody they would view as a best friend, or somebody they would view as a partner for life. It's that this person has started to see elements of that same energy of being trustworthy within themselves. It's been like brought to life by this other person. So it's like there's this draw. I need to get back to that person to feel that again, or remind myself that I have that within myself as well. Death in the reverse, Queen of Candles. So Judgment, which we got at the end of the line here, can talk about something coming back from the dead, right? In other decks, this card is represented with people that are like, there's an angel calling them out of coffins, okay? In this situation, we've got death clarifying the Hierophant, but death is in the reverse. So it's like, again, somebody realizes what's really important to them, or how their morals would dictate they should approach the situation. And with the Queen of Wands, this is like, okay, I think I know how to handle this. The Queen of Wands is a person that understands that the universe works in interesting ways. And with the Black Cat, what I'm getting is we have somebody that initially didn't see the qualities of the person they were, talking to or hanging out with as believable. I feel like they doubted them a lot. All right, let's switch to another deck. This is the Tattoo Tarot. Six of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Swords. Six of Wands. So this could be one of those situations where somebody kind of disappears off the map for a little bit and people kind of assume the worst, like probably just going on like another bender, or probably lost their job. There's not very nice people around this Sun individual. And I do feel like there are people that expect this person to fail, so they kind of assume the worst. I don't really like this. It's very like, I don't care about you, right? But this Sun individual, S-U-N, could be Leo, has decided to make a change without really telling anyone. And with the Six of Wands clarifying the Strength card, it's somebody who has, I think, made some pretty effective plans or has a pretty good chance of getting exactly what they want. So it's kind of like, well, you know what? I tried planting my tomato plant on the shady side of my house and I didn't get any tomatoes. What if I planted that next year on the sunny side where it could actually get the nutrients that it needs? Maybe I'll get some tomatoes. Hello there, admiring penguins. How are we doing? Hello, Matt. How are you? Four of Swords in the reverse. High Priestess, Knight of Wands in the reverse. There's an acknowledgement by the Sun individual. I might start calling them the Six of Wands, which is a little bit easier to know what I'm saying. There's an acknowledgement here that they were expecting the worst of people, or that they were seeing negative attributes from people because they had left something unhealed or not dealt with some issues from their past. If you don't work to heal what has happened to you, you will take it out on someone else. Them's the rules. I'm trying to think of the way that my aunt said it. A trauma unhealed is a trauma transferred, I think is how she said it. Hurt people, right? This is somebody who acknowledges now, I assumed the worst of you because I was seeing myself in everyone else, or I was seeing what everyone else treated me like as exactly how every person on the planet would treat me, right? But they ran into this High Priestess, maybe a little bit wiser, a little more experienced. This could be somebody who's older, but this is somebody who saw the real them. You might act like you're like all the others, but I see that you're different. Have you ever been able to do that? I'm sure several of you have. Hello there, Mark. How are you? Hello to Marco. Hello, Illuminati. Hello, Archetype. How are you doing? That's okay. You can still come in. Hello, Santiago. Hello, Joshua. Where am I? Oh, you know, definitely on dating apps. Hello, Ashley. How are you? I mean, I disagree with you, honey. I'm sorry. If you don't deal with the things that have hurt you, you will take it out on other people. To say that it's just evil people that hurt people is making it a little bit too melodramatic. There are plenty of people out there that are not evil that have gone around hurting people, you know? It's about acknowledging that we have responsibility for ourselves. What happened to me might have happened because of how someone else treated me, but I'm going to take care of myself because I deserve to be taken care of. I deserve to have that trauma processed and out of my way so that I can live my life the way that I want to. This is somebody who expected everybody to hurt them because they had not healed from hurt, and probably because they were dealing with a lot of Knight of Wands in the reverse types, right? But that's not evil. Evil is a different category. So we've got somebody that I think acknowledges that they had to do some work, had to look within. And when they did so, proud of you, by the way, when they did so, they realized this person, this High Priestess, doesn't have to be a love interest. It could be, you know, a friend or a family member, was actually looking out for them or did care about them. There's something that the High Priestess offered, maybe advice, maybe a hug, maybe a shoulder to cry on in a difficult time. And it feels to me like this difficult time was when our Six of Wands energy was struggling to find anybody that was willing to be there for them. The Knight of Cups in the reverse has like a blank space where the chalice is supposed to be, indicating that sometimes the Knight of Cups moves a little too quickly to have a really solidified understanding of what it is they're offering or who they are pursuing. It's in the reverse, and I feel like this is because through this situation where they were seeing who would be able to maybe offer some charity or even just a hug, I feel like they realized who this High Priestess really is. So maybe you fed them when they were hungry. Maybe you lent them some money. Maybe you were just there to listen. But it differed quite a lot from how other people treated them. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse, and the Four of Cups. I think this Six of Wands person who has decided to surrender started to feel overwhelmed dealing with what they used to feel comfortable with. This is often how things go for people that are going through an awakening. You start to feel like you don't belong where you are, or you start to feel like things are dysfunctional, right? This ain't my scene anymore. Gotta get out of here, you know? I was just telling a friend, I'm usually like one of the first people to leave a social function. Like, hey, you all look lovely. It's great to see you. I ate some of those mozzarella sticks. They were delicious. Oh, look at the time. I should be in bed in about 45 minutes. So, toodles. This is somebody who I think has realized they've hung out for too long with a certain crowd that is maybe not the best. Or a perception. This could also be somebody who has literally isolated themselves because they assume everybody is awful. That's not necessarily a good approach either, you guys. Ask me how I know. Hello, Platinum. How are you doing? Yes, that is correct. All right, we've got imposter syndrome. In a room full of equals, I stand in doubt, a stranger in my own triumphs, shadows cast about. For some of you, this reading is not about trusting somebody else, it's about trusting yourself. For some of you, it's about trusting that you have the ability to make a significant shift or change in your life or pursue something that's really important to you. I mean, he's dressed up pretty nice, isn't he? For others of you, this is, I've tried for so long to fit in. It's hard for me to understand what a person does when they're trying to just be authentic, you know? Boogeyman. As life unfolds and shadow overpowers light, will my innocence be left untouched? There is goodness within this Six of Wands person, whoever you are. It might have been influenced or affected by people that do not have the same type of light or love within them, but there's still light down here. So it's about somebody recognizing that they aren't like the people that they've been spending a lot of time with, and they'd rather be spending their time with someone like this high priestess who reminds them that that light is still within them. Yeah. So this imposter syndrome card is being clarified by the mask, which makes a lot of sense, right? I'm different than you all, but I want to fit in. So I'm going to wear a mask so that you don't mess with me, right? Duality, protection, caution. I'm trying to figure out how much to say. I've been around some people who have a vested interest in trying to make sure you're intimidated, or you find them like really cool or maybe even a little bit scary. And I just like, I had to like chuckle a little bit. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it, but I use humor to get out of situations all the time, right? If I'm feeling nervous or whatever, I'm going to make a joke. So there have been times where I've seen that it's quite obviously a mask. You're sitting there and you're trying to be all big and bad, but like, I bet you're ticklish. I bet you play with Legos like I do. And there was this time where, in a semi-public situation, I was rather like jokey, like, bah, with this dude who had this like scary reputation, right? And he straight up ignored me. I was like, okay, I see how it is. You're nervous. I'm going to be the one that shows all of these people, what is it, 3 people, that you're actually not big, tough, and scary, and that you giggle when I make funny jokes. So, okay, that's cool. Just know they might have figured it out, but I know. I know what you're doing. You know, there are people that don't feel like they can be their true selves because they don't know how others will judge them. So the 6 of Wands had to acknowledge that they were different from the people that they were surrounded by. Isolation. In the solitudes, okay, embrace. I've found my own echo. I whisper to the shadows, my voice finds no fellow. So that this is why they have basically pretended to be part of this group or be like these other people, because they didn't necessarily want to be in isolation, right? I don't know why, but what I'm picturing is, wasn't there like some news article about like a stray cow like joining with like wolves or something like that? I don't know. I might be getting the animals wrong, but like a goat or something. This is somebody who was actually quite special, hiding amongst people that didn't really want to be special. All right, this is the Kipper. Hi, Grant. How are you? What's up, Chandlo? Hello, Asusana. What's going on? This is somebody who kept their friends close and their enemies closer. This person's very observant. Whoever you are with the 6 of Wands and the mask, you didn't say as much to let on what you knew, but you knew a lot. I think people underestimated your intelligence. Maybe that's exactly what you were hoping for. Yeah, you're coming out as this official person. And I feel like that's kind of what I was just saying. You have a purpose, you have a calling, you have a different kind of energy within you, and you were masking it to try to fix in or to fit in with people that don't seem to really have much motivating them. So we have mature woman in the reverse and bad health in the reverse. There might have been somebody that you were dealing with, 6 of Wands, that was trying to keep you stuck by claiming to have some health issues, mental or physical. This could be a romantic situation or a family. But I do feel like there was somebody here trying to manipulate you, kind of like, oh, I can't take care of myself. I need you to take care of me. All right, let's go with the Pope Tarot, shall we? What else do we have? Dang. Two of Cups. The Magician. Six of Wands. So, High Priestess, you have shown this person tenderness or care that I don't think they got from a lot of people. The Two of Cups is often about romance, right? But I think a lot of people forget that this can also talk about just somebody who's good to you. This could be a good friend, right? This is somebody who I think showed you that they genuinely wanted you to be okay. And I think showed this Six of Wands energy what they're truly capable of. I mean, I could get a little emotional talking about this. If you want to see how children or artists, musicians do when they're surrounded by people that are like fans or support them, or how they do on their own. I mean, it's a big difference, right? This High Priestess was able to show the magic within this Six of Wands before they knew they were a magician. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but you're actually really cool. Did you know you got all those tools? No? Oh. The High Priestess showed the magician how to become the Six of Wands. So it could be there's somebody out here who has had a major change, or maybe even a glow up. They might have made a lot of money, gotten a lot of attention, or made a significant amount of progress on their spiritual journey. And I think they attribute a lot of what they've been able to do to this High Priestess. Like, thank you for believing in me kind of thing, right? Hermit. Six of Swords. Sorry, Eight of Swords. Two of Wands. So if you resonate with the Magician, Six of Wands energy, it kind of looks to me like this reading's trying to let you know that the High Priestess might need your help. So the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Swords both clarify the High Priestess. There could be something here that they are not telling other people they're going through. They do kind of come across as the person that would want to take care of things on their own, but they're feeling stuck and they don't know what to do. I do feel like this is an opportunity for the Magician to return the kindness that the High Priestess showed to them. Five of Cups, Hanged Man. Wheel of Fortune. There have been a number of things that have improved for this Magician, in part because they have a change in perspective. Again, I really do feel like this High Priestess has inspired this Magician to make some changes or to pursue the path that has gone so well for them, but they do feel like they have not done right by this High Priestess. We started with somebody who's trying to justify surrendering and trusting somebody. So it looks like, to be honest, it could be either of you. It could be that the High Priestess has to trust this Magician to be helpful if they're stuck. And it could be the magician has to trust the high priestess to reach out after feeling like they have lost the high priestess. You'll have to take it how it resonates. It's a general reading, of course. All right. What else do we have? So now I'm hearing Alicia Keys. I ain't got nothing if I ain't got you. I think the general sentiment is it doesn't matter how successful you feel. It doesn't matter how much everything is going right in the world. This magician still feels there is a void because they don't have this high priestess. Sun, Page of Swords, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Cups. So it kind of feels to me like there is a nudge or some sort of intuitive sign that this magician gets to connect with the high priestess. With the Page of Swords, that's a card about communication, right? And Sun is the person that we were talking about originally, right? Who's also clarifying the Hermit. So this is somebody who has been enlightened. You're being encouraged to communicate with the high priestess. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. There could be a significant family issue. There could be a loneliness issue. There could be a financial issue. With the Ten of Cups, I kind of just feel like this person needs a hug. This person needs support. They need that same energy that the high priestess had offered to the magician in the past. All right. This is the Fairy Lenormand. Have I said hello to Jess yet? Hello, Jess. There's a lot of happiness here. I feel like there is somebody who's just like walking the perimeter like, man, if I just like walk into the Waffle House, I could eat my favorite breakfast melt and hash browns with some cheese and onions on it. And I would be real happy. But I'm just hanging out on this parking lot because I'm worried. I'm nervous. I do love Waffle House. Don't make fun of me. Actually, I really don't care if you make fun of me. That is what I order too. This fox is somebody who knows what's up, okay? This is somebody who's like doing recon. Like, I know that my happiness is in there. But I just gotta check it out real quick. I don't know if I trust it. It's Waffle House. It's gonna be delicious. Get in there. I just wish they had Dr. Pepper. Why don't you have Dr. Pepper? Pim's okay. Okay, he's not the best. He's not Dr. Pepper. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we have for you. This person's nervous, so they could be typing up messages, deleting them. They could be, I don't know. Let's hope it's not that. We're just go ahead. This person needs to hear from you. Aw, we got flowers. The bouquet is generally a symbol for recognition or beauty. This person could show up with some flowers. The Rider, R-I-D-E-R, is about delivering news in person. So we could have this magician wanting to tell the high priestess about the Six of Wands they've experienced, because there's something here they feel particularly proud about. They might have quit something that was unhealthy. They might have started something that's really successful. They might have published something. But I do feel like they want to share their good news with this high priestess. Yeah. Yeah, there's love here. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. I think for many of you it is. But I do feel like it's the kind of connection that has had a few chapters and risks, right? Because we have multiple bridges here. I feel like this person is wondering how much more there is to this story. The high priestess, that is. They may be thinking that they won't see the magician again. Yeah. With the scythe, I think the high priestess feels like they've been cut out. There could have been an argument, there could have been a ghosting situation, but I do feel like this high priestess feels like there's not going to be another chapter. There's that damn fox again. What was that thing? What does the fox say? Was that what it was? God, that was forever ago. I love foxes. I don't know. Can you guys still see them? Yeah, they're at the bottom of the chair. Look. You know when there are like stanchions at like the airport or I don't know, KFC, and little kids are like, I'm gonna run all the way through the stanchions. It's so funny. I know I could like walk straight through and get to the like line. I can walk all the way through. This is so much fun. That's what this fox is doing. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. This is somebody taking longer, looking for excuses to stop or to not contact this high priestess. And they're being challenged, right? The first two cards were surrender, about trust, to the person who has supported you or shown you charity. All right. Let's get some from the situations deck, shall we? I almost lost some. That would have been sad. What's up, Pharaoh? How are you doing? Pharaoh, I don't know if I can actually express myself in a professional, mature adult manner. But that's why we're all here, right? I'm just kidding. Kind of. Sort of. A little bit. Maybe not. Bacon, eggs, and pancakes. Yeah, I could get after that too. I think I actually went for sausage on the melt. That was pretty delicious. But I have to say, bacon's kind of like my favorite thing ever, maybe. And cheese, Dr. Pepper. Oh God, how can I choose? Yeah, it's tough, you guys. What's up, Hayden? How are you doing? Hello, Matt. Ooh. Yes? How could they not? Now I don't know. I don't think I've ever had chicken at Waffle House. Is that a thing, you guys? Can somebody else answer for me? I guess I'm a bad Waffle House person. I know what I like and I get what I like every time. I don't even look at the like dinner menu. It's not worth it. Sorry. So we've got crickets in the reverse and the divine feminine. So this is about a communication going to the high priestess or the high priestess communicating. Could also be that we have the magician leveraging their feminine energy, right? Because the magician doesn't have to be a dude. But the feminine energy kind of is coming across as a little bit like, oh, finally. All right. So now we have the obsession card and the gossip card. I think the situation between the two of these individuals starts a little bit of a gossip chain, especially if there is, if they know people in common, right? But it kind of feels to me like we have somebody being called out in a group for how they view this high priestess. Like that they're obsessed with them or, in love. But it feels kind of, well, I mean, at the beginning we were talking about these people not being very kind, right? They throw people under the bus or not be very reliable. It does feel like it's kind of mean, right? Like a little bit of a bully, like, oh, you're in love. Grow up. What? You're going to make fun of people for like brushing their teeth too? Like that's kind of just like what humans do, bruh. We got Wish and Lockbox. Why do I feel like this is a video game? It's like you have to like rescue the princess, and I kind of hate that vibe. Look, the high priestess needs some help. Lockbox, closed in, trapped, frustrated. It literally says SOS on there. The high priestess needs help. And they are praying for it. It looks like there's somebody here who is refusing to compromise with this high priestess. This could be about money. This could be about business. This could be a family member, but I do feel like the high priestess is under a lot of stress right now. Maybe just really needs a hug. Yeah, I feel like this is to do with family or, like I said, money. Could be both. There's an offer on the table, and it might not be a very good offer. It looks like there's some situation that the magician would be able to assist with in terms of this. Maybe they have answers that the high priestess is trying to find. Maybe they can partner up with the high priestess to help them be a little bit more capable in terms of defending their own interests, right? It might just be as simple as it would be really nice to have somebody to like go on a walk with at the end of my day and like talk to, right? They might just need some companionship. All right, this is the Romance Angels Oracle. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. We do have some codependency issues here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. This is a really big theme for this reading. I feel like we have somebody that has let go of a pretty karmic lifestyle, perhaps some addictions. And they are realizing that as they move on from that, they're able to like recognize parts of themselves that they hadn't seen in a while or feel more, right? Their emotions and feelings are real. Now, the other thing is, I do feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's a person. An angel. Okay, hold on. I thought I saw a fox in here, but that's a person. That's weird. Not gonna show that. What I really want to say though is this is about not just forgiving other people, but forgiving yourself. I feel like the magician needs to forgive themselves for something in the past here. And you gotta flirt. Flirt like it's your job. Yeah, I think that's just a reminder for this magician. You're making it out to be like this is a really like serious conversation, and you might be hit with a high priestess that's making jokes 30 seconds in. I feel like you just need to chill out a little bit. And anytime anybody's ever told me to chill out, it doesn't really help at all. So I hope mine actually does help you to realize that this isn't as like contentious as maybe you think it is. All right, we'll get a couple from the Zodiac fortune telling cards, and then we'll call it a day. Be very careful in what you tell others. Sickness is surrounding you, but will turn out for the best. Beware of a jealous woman. Those are my favorite. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Hello, Khalil. How are you doing? Please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you on the next reading. Doodles!